What's going on, guys? It's Insonmia again, back with another RuneScape 2007 video. For today's video, I've got that bank video that I promised you guys. From my last video, I said that my bank had pretty much drastically changed quite a bit since I actually shown you guys what was in my bank. So it was kind of fitting to do that kind of stuff in a separate video. So that's what I have decided to do. So let's jump right into it. Scroll up to the top of the bank quickly. I'm not sure why we're starting off at the bottom, but it shouldn't matter too much. Right here, this is pretty much one of the only organised parts of my bank, semi-organised I should say. It's not all done. I did really want to get my bank like fully organised, before I did this bank video. But I did say I would get this video out like the day or two after I did that video. So the sorting out with the bank will have to wait for a while. But starting off, I've got my runes here. Basically, almost every single type of runes, I think, apart from astrals maybe, and maybe like one or two other types of runes. But as you can see here, I've got 6k nats. Basically because I was using these to do superheating, which I was using these coal and iron ores, so I could make steel bars, and then I was going to turn these steel bars into cannonballs, so I could basically sell 30k of the cannonballs and get all my money back that I paid for the supplies, and use the 10k of the cannonballs to get my range up to 70. Because as you guys know, I've said before that I don't really enjoy doing range too much, and I don't really want to get the extra HP points from it. Now right here I've got my teletabs. Eventually I will have more teletabs lined up here, and here's just my food that I eat randomly when I'm low on health, my rune crafting essence right here, and my sharks for my PKing, a couple of potions that I regularly use for PKing. I need to actually wait till I get my herb lore up so I can use the herbs that I've actually got to make use of these slots and make a lot more potions for myself. And I've got a couple of like PK respawn sets here, along with some recalls and some strengths. And this stuff is pretty much random, and this needs sorting out. There is a lot of money tied up at the moment in actual coal, iron, cannonballs, gnats, steel bars and all that stuff. As well as that, I've got 4.8 mil cash, should I say, sorry, at the moment. And scrolling on down, I've got my kind of herb section. Now, a lot of these aren't identified yet, but as far I identified some of them. So these qualms, these ones here, like these 53 herbs here are all qualms. These 51 are all aventors. Then we've got some rentals. These 13 here are guarms. These, I have no idea what these ones are. Like, I haven't really got the high enough level to actually identify the rest of these yet. But I think I might do that thing in Al-Qadrid that lets you identify it for a price. Like these 15 here are Irits. Same here. These 4 are Ranars. These 4 are Haralanders. This one is Teromins. Got 38 Toad Flax, and then these 6 are unidentified again. So I will probably get all these identified eventually and just have like it nice and organized. So the clean version here and the unit version here, so I always know which is which. And hopefully sometime in the future I'll get that all nice and sorted out. Got some myth ore here from some random events and some steel arrows from random events also. All my molding stuff. My bank is really, really unorganized, and right here is just my thieving stuff from when I got 53 thieving. None of the herbs, seeds, sorry, are really worth anything. I'm not sure if the apple trees are worth anything at all, but they very well could be. And all this just spread around here, just really junk quest items. A couple of archery tickets when I had to get my range up to, I believe, 40 it is for the Temple of Ikov quest. And a couple sets of, regular armor when I was getting my smithing up, some nails that I'll eventually probably end up using in construction, more quest items, some cannonball molds, some random jewellery when I was just testing out crafting, because I never really made like jewellery using crafting ever in my history of playing RuneScape, and that is quite a long time. So this was my first time making jewellery, so I kind of made one of each to see what they did. Let me just quickly scroll through these to see if I've got any rare seeds. Not that I can see. I've got a couple of watermelons. I know they go for like 1k each. Some irits, a toad flax. I did have some ranars, but I had like 10 to like 15 ranars, but they're actually going for 25k each at the moment, which is quite a nice bit of profit for doing thieving, to be honest. And again, all this is random, quest junk. Eventually I will probably just drop all this, seeing as I'm not going to need it ever again on this account, because I am going to be staying on as a peer on this account forever. But I probably will be, training up another account, maybe having that as a Zerker or something, just as something more interesting, or, to have a bit of variety in the channel, in terms of like the PK stuff and the progress and all the contents and that. Ruby rings, I've got 124 ruby rings here, which eventually I will be enchanting into rings of forging, so I can eventually use those to, or maybe sell them off to people who need them, but I might actually just turn these into rings of forging and use them myself. Some diamonds here that'll eventually be turning into maybe rings of life or phoenix necklaces and selling. Some spare vials from when I was doing a bit of herbal. Again, this is just extremely unorganized. A clue scroll there, which I'll probably have to end up doing in a couple. Might actually do that after I finish this video. I've got my pouches here for rune crafting. These were a pain in the ass to get, you know, as a 1 defense peer with no prayer, because you have to just sit there in the abyss with like a full inventory of food, and the mobs can hit like 15s on you at a time, so it's really a pain in the ass to get. Strange fruits, I've got 32. I've kept all my strange fruits that I've got so far. I haven't eaten any, and I'm just stacking those up for whatever reason for a rainy day. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. All this is pretty much junk. I've got all my prayer books. I'm not sure where the Guthix one is. It may be further down. There it is. But all my you know, prayer books are all filled up, as you guys know. The Zami, the Guthix, and the Saradomin books are all filled up to the brim with pages. Some wizard mind bombs here that I was using, you know, because I don't actually have 85 mage yet to actually do a telebot. Got a U seed here, spare U seed. Just some random, you know, seeds from woodcutting and such. Some planks I'll eventually use on construction when I start that. A few feathers which I will be, you know, putting towards my barbarian fishing. These are from random events too. Again, just more and more junk. These are crossbow here are actually mine. They belong to Vicstar. I was going to string them for him, but I haven't got hold of any sinew yet. But I'll be stringing those and giving them back to him shortly. Getting close to the bottom, I've got 87 dragon bows left over. If anyone wants these dragon bows, just hit me up in my CC sometimes. And I will just give you them because I don't really need them at all, and I can't really sell them that easily. So I've got Dragon Dagger here from when I was PKing earlier, Ectotungus Tokens just so I can get back into the Ghost Ahoy area. I can't remember what it's called, that area, Port Phantasmis I think it's called, or something like that. Then I've got a Fury, a Berserker Ring, a D-Skim, and obviously my fletching stuff. So I'll bang this stuff on now and just show you what it looks like quickly. So this is pretty much what my outfit is looking like at the moment, and if I was to give you guys an estimate, I would say my bank at the moment stretches from, oops sorry, my tweet deck just went off, stretches from around 22 to maybe 24 mil in total. That's just a rough estimate, but it's definitely, you know, it's definitely at least 22 mil, anywhere up to 22 to 24 mil, and I apologise for the tweet deck again. But anyways, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, I know that you guys wanted to see what my bank looked like, that's pretty much it. I do apologise for how messy and unorganised it, fuck me. I do apologise for how unmessy and unorganised it is right now, but I'll sort that out in the future. But anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you do leave me a comment telling me maybe how much your banks are worth at the moment. I know a lot of people might be struggling for cash, you know, and other people's might be just absolutely raking in the dough. So make sure you do tell me in the comment section how much cash you've got at the moment, how much your bank's worth. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're not already, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye.